Welcome to my YouTube channel. We'll be learning how to make this front bow dress in this tutorial. Stay with me. Alright, this is the basic pattern of the upper part of my dress. And the neckline, I already cut 3 by 3 inches on the basic pattern. But because this is a veil neck, I will extend it at the neck width by 1 and the neck depth by 3. So I will join it to achieve the V shape. So in total now, the neck width of this pattern is 4 and the neck depth is 6. Because initially I already cut 3 by 3, so I now marked out my 1 inch by the neck width and another 3 inches by the depth at the depth. So now this is what I have. Now the next thing is to manipulate the dart. So after the dart manipulation, this is what I have. We'll set aside and go to the lower part of the skirt of the dress. This is the skirt of the dress, and I'll remove the darts. I don't need the darts at this point, so I will cut off the dart allowance, which is 1 inch. I'll cut it off. Okay, after cutting out the dart, the next thing is to mark out the point on my skirt that I want to open. So the first point is at 9.5 inches. Then another 3 inches downward, another 3 inches, and I'll connect it just like this. Then I'll come down at this point by 1.5 inches. If you like, you can make it 2 inches, but I think 1.5 inches is fine. So you come down by 1.5 inches and join at that point. and join to the last point too. Then after this joining, the next thing will be to cut it out. After cutting, I will spread it. I'll bring another paper underneath for the spreading. Okay, the distance here is 10 inches. I spread it by 10 inches, and each space is 3.5 inches thereabouts. So just to know that this spreading is 10 inches. So after spreading, I drew a straight line like this to connect the 2 points, and I'll come up by 4 inches. I'll come up by 4 inches at both sides, and I will draw a perpendicular line straight up. The perpendicular line, remember, it should be at angle 90 degrees. Then I'll connect the upper parts also like this. After cutting, the next thing will be to cut out my fabric. For the purpose of this tutorial, I used a satin fabric, but I need to tell you that satin fabric is not the best to use for this style. Crepe is the best. Crepe, you need to use a crepe, but just because of the tutorial, I use a satin just for you to, just to show you what's the outcome. But if you are sewing it for yourself or for a client, please don't forget to use a crepe. So I'm just trying to fold so that I'll see if what I did is it's okay. Okay, at this point, I already cut out my fabric. Don't forget to add sewing allowance, especially at the joining part to the blouse. And if there's any other part you need to add your seam allowance, please don't forget to add it. And this is the upper part. This is the upper part of the dress. So I'll take it to my sewing machine. And the first thing here is I cut out facing for the neck. Cut out a facing for the neck. This is a tutorial, so I didn't really pay too much attention to ironing and other things. But trust me, if you were to sew this for a client, or if I were to sew this for myself on a real time base, then I will do all the things that are necessary. So I already turn the neck, and I'm trying to pick my dart, trying to sew the dart. Okay, so this is what I have for the upper part. Now for the down part, the point that I cut out, I need to show you that point. I need to show you the point. You see these 2 points? I'll bring it together and sew it. So eventually I'll have like a V shape at that side. After sewing, I will notch the V so that it will be easy to turn. Then I'll turn it inside out. So this is what I have. The next thing is to go pleats, the excess to form the pleats in front of the skirt. So at this point you need a pin to pin it down, and after pinning, don't forget, if you want a very neat finishing, you need your iron. Ironing is very important at every stage. So I'm trying to get the shape, so I'll pin it down and iron. But in this case I won't iron, I'll just take it to my sewing machine and sew directly. But don't forget, please always iron your work. So just pin. After I'm sure it sets and it resembles what we are trying to mimic, I'll take it to my sewing machine and join the skirt to the upper part of the dress. Okay, so this is what I have. I told you satin is not the best for this style, because to me it came out well, fine. The shape came out well, but personally I don't really like satin for something like this. But this is what I have. So the next thing is to put the bow. You make a very big bow, and at that point there is a space. So I'll put my bow through that space. There's a hole there, yes, very small hole. So I just pull my bow through the hole, and that will be the end. I'm sure you know how to make a bow. If you don't, then let me know in the comment section so I can teach you how to make this particular bow. Is actually easy and simple to make. So you just cut the back of your dress and continue sewing. I think you have learned something new in this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. See you in my next video. Bye bye.